Welcome to another session of Endless Space 2. I'm Matt, and this is my playthrough on Endless with Hissho. And this time we're featuring not only the fantasy birds here, but our actual budgie, because I had to move the computer. And also the internet has been bad recently, so I haven't been able to upload. And that's why I'm uploading a clump of episodes now. So, the last time we left off, we had this quest-related giant behemoth coming to attack our main systems, and we'd finished researching this technology, the liquid composites, which will let us upgrade and build carrier-class ships, which are the largest battleships you can get outside of behemoth juggernauts, which you can find here. And we're busy researching these technologies, so we can branch into integrated theaters, which gives you a huge amount of command points per hull type unlocked, and you have a ton of hull types, or we have a ton of hull types at this point in the game. But you're not getting by without these different hull type upgrades anyway. And that will give you just an absolutely massive amount of command points. And of course, Obliterator technology is something we're interested in, considering how many behemoths we have. And considering how strong the Obliterator is at controlling players who you're not actually in direct contact with. We have no way, for instance, or let's put it this way, we will have a way of attacking other players, but to do that we're going to have to build fleets, send the fleets over to them, etc. And that success is predicated on our ability to invade and attack them, etc. And what the behemoth lets you do is whittle down another empire's economy without actually even having to declare war on them, or really put yourself at risk. Now, the most important thing we have to do is decide, in honor of our little friend here, I think. We have to name it, the budgie. So, these warships are really just the best, and at the end of the game I think you're going to do best by having like 4 stacks of large carrier ships in almost any role in the fleet. That's because they multiply each slot of weaponry like by a significant amount. They're big and beefy, and in general just having a ship that can survive a lot of hits and also dish a lot is going to be better than having ships that can be quickly destroyed in the fights, because then for each ship that's destroyed, you're not getting the full amount of damage out of it. So, all other things being equal, smaller fleets, and they have the same amount of command points, but fleets with less but more powerful ships are in general going to be stronger. And it doesn't seem to me like having more ships is really an advantage in Endless Space 2. It was a bit different in Endless Space 1, but as it turns out, these giant warships are just pretty spectacular. Currently we don't have the best shielding or armor. We have merely basic shielding. So unfortunately our ship is not going to be as durable as we'd like it to be. We could take off armor for more guns, for instance, but considering that our armor is kind of weak and our weaponry is not that great either, it's probably not a wise choice. Now the Hissho beam here is going to be a little bit better than our current beam, the Wrath of Tanatsi. Sounds a bit fascist. I guess the Hishos are kind of fascist. Not a great civilization to probably live in. Still a great civilization to play as, considering how strong they are. Now we probably want triple engines. Because 14, just bonus movement speed is just valuable, because it's so hard to maneuver your fleets into place sometimes. I guess I could choose to opt for slugs instead of missiles. The advantage of missiles is that you do more damage at the start of the round, but slugs are also defensive. They're good against squadrons, they're good against other missiles. We could go slugs, which will help us compensate for the fact that we do have less room for plating. And I think we're going to do that. And I'm also going to... How about I go there? This is a double slot, I think. No. So we can, if we go like this, we'll split it more or less evenly. Although this is a weaker weapon than the slugs. Although it's better at all ranges. I think we can go like this. We can upgrade the ship design, or build a better ship design later in the game. And I can't actually buy it because I don't have enough Hyperium. Let's see if I can buy some on the marketplace. Nope. Sadly, we're out of Hyperium. The next we want to go back and change the build a little bit. Unfortunately, the ship will be slower overall, but we're going to have to build the best ships right off the bat. I feel like I just want 4 warships. I just want to build a set of warships so that I can just clean up Yellow's territory. And there's nothing pressing right now in terms of building economic upgrades. I mean, it would be nice to have a 25% bonus to star system trade value. It would be nice to have a resource generation increase for strategics, but they're not like sort of must-haves. Now we can always pick up Hatched at Home again, but this is going to drain us a lot of K. And in a place where we can't really afford to spend that much. Any amount we spend will pull us back below devoted, and that's what you never want, because then you're losing out all these nice bonuses on Empire, and also gives you some food and influence our system. Let's check out this system. I think the population decreasing, yes. Don't want to see that. We can quickly pick up these. Not the best upgrades, but you have to look for it sometimes. Now we can think about getting microwave pipes in the system. Yeah, why not? And then eco habitats. There should probably be more citizens arriving soon. In the meantime, we want to think about what we're doing with the rest of our fleets. We're probably just going to move this fleet over there. Then we'll have our new fleets be at an attack on Yellow. Probably down here. Yeah, we'll probably just take these systems and then maneuver around to capture Dorado. Now we'll have access to air pretty soon. In this upgrade. This is just another reason why this upgrade is amazing. The universal aerodynamics. The integrated theaters are obviously excellent. I mean, this is an amazing upgrade. The air attack ships are nice, and even gives you better body parts. Like this is just so much value for one upgrade. This improves the radius of K zone. I was wondering what was unique about this upgrade, because this shows that it's unique to your specific faction, or if you're building custom factions like base faction. Probably at some point I should do an overview of what. Oh, I forgot to send out my mining probes. Oops. That was obviously not great, but it's also not the end of the world. And we got SLC. That's nice. Oh, turning it into a colony. That's not worth it. Let's send out these. And this is a hunter from the Sophons, okay. And as you can see, making a colony is kind of like happiness or K-level suicide. Like, it will take forever to fill this gorge, and even then it won't cost very few little Ks. So. At this point in the game, and this is not even that many colonies, making new colonies yourself is just a really bad idea. As you can see, still no heroes for us to purchase. And we're building a new trading company HQ, which will give us more of these. We can choose to go either luxuries or more dust. This is basically the choice between them. Both of them give you science. And I think I'll split it this way for now. As for the research, we're going to pick up universal aerodynamics. and Obliterator blueprints. Really sort of important that we get these 2 key military technologies at this stage of the game. It's kind of this is kind of really an end game plan, and wait. Didn't I? Never mind. This is kind of... Sorry, I thought I heard I already sent the probes out there. As I said, this is kind of already an endgame plan. So, normally this is something you only think about like turn 100 or something. Or probably later. But we're doing really well resource-wise, so... Obviously, because we're playing the Hissho, we're doing really well. This faction is just sort of busted in half. Let's keep mining from this planet. We should probably mine from that planet. Gas giants have really great basic income. Now, this economic behemoth, the question is where do we want to mine with it? And to answer that, we have to look where are systems which are basically free from colonies. Here's one, there one, but they do already be competing with those behemoths. So let's look at the economic behemoth type. Let's go back to fast miners, my preferred mining tools. And to edit it, you have to use up more money than we currently have. Let's actually check here. We have a lot of this, but that's important for our modernization. Now we don't want to waste Transfine, Dark Litter, or Dustedicious Trees, because actually these are all things we could choose for our upgrades. And anything you can choose for your upgrade is something you want to have so that you can upgrade. And upgrading is in itself valuable for a bunch of other things you can buy. And you want plenty of luxury resources to enable these upgrades. So whenever you have one of these that you really need, to have a lot of income in, we want to consider saving it for these modernizations. These ones, though, we're not going to use for the modernization because we don't have much production of them. It really is sort of like if you're not going to use them for modernization, you should get rid of them because you're never going to really employ them that much. Okay, got that there. Alright, we can transform this here. Or we might want to go down here. This is really not a great spot. I guess we can go down here. Or we can plan to turn this one into an Obliterator. That might be best. In that case, it doesn't really matter that much that it's not going to get that much work done here. Alright. Just sending my ships in this direction. Oops. Selecting is hard. We'll send all these ships here on yellow's border. Once we have universal aerodynamics, we can upgrade our armies to have anti-tank and tank units, or some mix of tank, infantry, and airplanes, depending on what we expect to see. Wait, why did we have something, some sort of scout ship or whatever. Okay, let's see if we want to add a battle tactic. Team Spirit is great, Fear the Proud, we don't care. Critical Hits is nice if we have lasers. So let's pick that up. And we got that technology. Another hero is upgraded. Let's just pick up. I mean, there's so many alerts in this at the end of the game. Okay, we're losing trade routes. Okay, I know I'm losing trade routes. Yeah, we're losing trade routes, and they're being blockaded around here. It's telling us. Okay, that's perfectly fine. We plan to retake those systems at some point anyways. Now we can pick up one of the system. Probably microwave pipes again, I mean, they're just good. Just put the Hissho on this hard planet, so we get extra industry. Doesn't seem to have made a big difference. Now, while we're at it, we should look which of these two we want more. Do we want antimatter weaponry? That's lasers. Or do we want these tensor algorithm? What is called adamantium weaponry. So the thing about antimatter is it's generally more valuable because it lets us make F-reality institutes. So I'm tempted to go for tensor algorithm. And also we have quadronix as this green resource. We currently have supplies of this on Empire. So we can pick up the green lasers as our final weapon slot. So I'm kind of feeling going for tensor algorithm first. Although we need to start thinking about how we're going to pick up extra resources. Doesn't look like there's much. There's never going to be that much quadronix, etc. in the galaxy. I should look on which planet I have them. And on that planet, I want to get expanded mines. Yeah, okay, we're getting expanded mines. That's good. So we have a decent amount of quadronix in the future. I didn't even check. I didn't even check if that's a great planet. Okay, pink is here. I should ask them to stop locating me. They're probably... Oh, I'm not allowed to. Never mind.
Yeah? Why are you knocking around?
These hold attacks.
Checking up on us again, eh?
Yeah,
You're making the Sapphonity nervous.
Alright.
What are you up to?
Never mind. We've met them. I mean, it's always free to ask. And we've got 2 trade companies. We've got Outworld Sanctuary, which is pretty nice, actually. It's... Oh, God. Often you're going to get an upgrade, which is, I think, the Magnate or something, which gives you huge industry bonuses on planets for this deed, which we didn't pick up, which is a bit sad, but okay. We've actually gotten a lot of the deeds in this game. As you can see here, we've picked them all up, I think. That's pretty cool. We haven't picked this one up yet. First to destroy 4 planets. Well, we're certainly headed there. And we get 2 extra command points in Empire. Okay, I'm in. I'm definitely building Behemoth now. In general, it's a pretty big blow. I don't know if the science is a huge blow. The systems on Empire are actually less impressive for us because we rely so much on a homeworld as Hissho. So I'm kind of feeling going for the industry. But at the same time, we're going to lose a bit of dust, but it looks like we have enough dust to tank that hit. So, yeah. So, these kind of decisions are things you start having to make quite quickly at this stage in the game. Because there's just so many decisions. And they start mattering less and less the more in control of the game you are. Okay, we can build on our trade company subsidiary if we want. Go for microwave. Microwave pipes are just so good. Just wonderful, wonderful. What law do I have active that's draining? I believe... I'm not actually sure why I'm losing K here. Diplomatic options. Huh? I'm not sure what that means. I guess people are pissed that I'm being diplomatic? That's interesting. I wasn't aware of that. Well, I guess I should stop being so diplomatic and start hitting the warpath pretty soon. See, your people view as dishonorable if you like. Bringing peace and prosperity to the Empire. Classic citizens, never happy. Okay, now this fleet will hit there in another turn. We should finally be able to pick that place up. Fortunately, we've grabbed another minor civilization. Well, actually, we did the quest in a different way. Let's check out our quest again. Yeah, I forgot. Gotta watch out for that giant behemoth coming our way. Actually, faster than I expected it to. As long as I can just build enough budgies in the meantime. Yeah. I think 5 is definitely more than enough. I mean, we're not doing much otherwise. The system is just so good. Like, turn 73, we have by far the best system in the galaxy. This is something you'd be happy with, like 200 plus. Just a wonderful strength for the Hissho. Okay. On this system, it's not actually reaching its subsidiaries. Oh, that's okay. We can actually make a subsidiary here. Yep. After we pick up the optics lab. So 4 things with nothing to do, that's basically our behemoths. Now we should pick up the Obliterator blueprints, or the Obliterator version of the behemoth soon. No, they're blocked, they're blocked. Let's see what skills we can pick up. Bonus manpower capacity, bonus industry, bonus... let's just go bonus industry, it should be fine. Not super interested in micromanaging my heroes at this point. You can if you think it's necessary. But it's probably going to be bonus dust, something I probably want in the near future. Okay, let's check on Kura. How's the system doing? Just pick up everything at this point, actually. At the academy. Yeah. Kind of automatically getting all the upgrades, which are basically good. When you build up systems, it's kind of like a miniature version of building up your main system. Of course, it matters a lot less than your main system, and you're doing it a lot faster. So in this case, we're just getting all the... You should just basically think, what are your best upgrades, and just try and pick those up. I mean... At this point, it's sort of like, what are your best upgrades overall? I mean, obviously you should always get your best upgrades, right? But what are your strongest upgrades overall? Try and prioritize those. Like here, if we get predictive logistics, that's going to give us a big chunk of industry, which will help us pick up extra planets. And when we pick up extra planets, we'll also get extra industry. So that's good. Now, none of these actually give us a base industry output. So it's not worth picking up for predictive logistics. You kind of, if your system doesn't have enough industry, you prioritize buildings with industry first. This is just basic strategy. No, one more Imperium on our Empire. I don't want to go over here. Okay, let's just cycle through our behemoths. Check over mining very well. Okay, good. Now, this fleet should have no trouble taking out these pirates. And we are mainly going to acquire... actually, we should just go Team Spirit, bonus 50% damage. Or 50% morale bonus, I should say. And this system, we could besiege it. But I think against the... you're often better off just going for an attack against the minor factions, because the minor factions are very bad at defending themselves on the ground. They should be activating the very powerful draft, which lets you hold off an invader for at least a couple of turns. But they don't understand it, so they don't do it. We can use... At this stage of the game, you have enough dust, you can just use it kind of frivolously, picking up lots of different upgrades to kickstart your systems. Once we have these, we can just pick up these deserts. The question is, do I want predictive logistics first? I think not, because each desert is going to give me the base output, which is 8 or 10, plus the bonus from Senior Industrial. So a decent amount, actually. Now we're going to keep sending our fleets in this direction. And then we're just going to hope that the budget class is ready in a couple of turns. And at that point, we're going to assign Jennifer Rash to the ships. Just quickly cycling through my behemoths, micromanaging them, making sure that we're getting the most out of our probes. Alright, we've got an upgrade, aka behemoths. And this governor is so good that we don't actually need much. We can go minus. Yeah, this is still good. Minus dust. Yeah, that was very nice to pick up that extra. Since for some reason it's sending us all these notifications, which we really don't have to care about that much. Are people leaving the system? Okay, that probably means the food is bad. As in there isn't enough of it. I don't know, maybe they're striking because the quality of the food is terrible. What am I to say? Hissho cuisine. Let's see if this. Another governor. Well, one of our many governors. This is the one downside of this mass governor strategy, is that you have to figure out for so many different governors what their ideal perks are, etc., etc., etc. I'm just doing it very quickly here. Of course, you can be more careful in your gameplay, and you probably should be. Now, this behemoth is still approaching, but I'm sure I want to. As you can see, we have like 24 slots. That means 4 carriers together is possible with this amazing perk, and 4 carriers together are they're as good as they sound. I think I also want to just pick up Juggernaut, actually. Why not? Juggernauts are the biggest ships you can build, and they have a special ability where they can destroy all other ships, or all other ships not part of their fleet, in a star system they're orbiting. Obviously, that has some costs, right? It would be overpowered if it didn't. It has a recharge time after which it's vulnerable. You have to protect it with your fleet. But it's a nice option to have. Not as powerful, I think, as the Obliterator, but definitely worth picking up. Just put this over there. Send this in this direction. Oof. Yeah. This is the decreased cost of time, it's still 65. I mean, this is not really representing how bad colonization is, because it's late in the game and we don't have colonization disapproval management. But even so, like, colonization with the Hissho is just terrific. And thusly, we haven't been colonizing, we've just been putting a lot of pressure on other empires. We're just going to keep it here. We want to put Jennifer Ash on our fleet so that her movement perks, which we prioritized early on, will allow us to move very quickly with our fleet. Even if we didn't have the Hyperion at the time to really make them busted in terms of movement. And that's something we can prioritize for later fleets where we get, say, better not weaponry, but where we get better engines or whatever. Better weaponry, etc. I remember there being adamantium somewhere there. Okay. Well, we're going to send this ship back in that direction, because adamantium production is important, and we're reliant on probes to get it. And here we have antimatter production for 4 remaining turns. We should make sure that this ship is ready to get back there. As you can see, probe mining requires micromanagement. But it's definitely worth it. Okay. I want to do this behemoth quest before I commit myself to any War of Yellow. I'm not actually sure how dangerous it is. Okay, we get another... this is good, but I think resources or something we're going to be choked on at the moment. Okay, we gained a population unit here, but we still need to turn a lot of... We still need a lot of K, like a ridiculous amount of K to turn this into a colony. I mean, we have 14 colonies, so this is going to be high, but like, spending 65K is is going to be quite difficult for us. It means we're going to have to win a lot of battles to get that back. And the question is that really worth it when we can spend the K on other things? Even just dumping K into, let's just look at our terrible laws. This is the one thing I feel like I can improve on the most, is just finding better laws for the Hissho. Anyway, just dumping K into hatched at home has got to be better than getting a colony for 65k. It's really bad. Oh, we can terraform. To steps or snow? I'm fine with it actually. Okay. What else do we want in the system? I think we want a bit of food here. We have enough. I think we can just pick up AI labor actually. We have a lot of sterile, etc. What are these guys? I've never met them before. Actually, I think I have. I think they're like a cyborg faction or minor faction. AI labor. Which system has enough science to make F-Reality institutes valuable? Probably this. Yeah. F-Reality Institute, despite the funny name, is a spectacular upgrade, and I highly recommend you get it if you have the spare antimatter. Fortunately, since we're playing as the Hissho, in some ways we're fortunate to get a faction which has only, for a lot of the game, we have one planet that really matters. And the rest are like, they're not bad, but you know, could be doing better. Now, do we want this? This will improve our trade system value on our best trade system, and it will give us 2 of our main luxury resources. And it's also not trivial to produce. So that kind of makes me feel like I want it. Let me actually see. Let's look at another system of our trade, which has... if we got it here, it would take up 2 turns actually. That's actually worth it. And then we get the wine, or trans wine, which is just very valuable in the sense that it's... Alright, the most important thing with these luxury resources is to remember which ones you need for upgrades, and wine is the one we're choked on the most. Compare that to dust, glitter, and these trees, which are just sprouting from the ground in every which way. So if we go like this, for instance, then we just need a lot of wine. Or transline, whatever. And we could buy it. I'm probably going to buy a stack of it. Wait, I'm too broke. Never mind. We could buy it, but that'll cost us dust, etc. So it's helpful if we can pick up all the extra production we can. Now, this ship I forgot to do last turn. We can actually upgrade it, and we just need a bit of extra dust to get an Obliterator here. I'm just gonna spend 100 here. And 100 here. Really selling a lot to get access to this Obliterator. Right, I need more antimatter. Or I spend my antimatter unwisely this turn. And it doesn't look like we're getting the antimatter we need until next turn. So, unless we cancel this, yeah. That's better. So now I've talked a lot about Obliterators, not just in this series. And as you can see now, it's taking us 2 turns to make one. After that, we can see how hectically that will impact our dust resource. If our dust is still fine after that, we can think about getting another behemoth or getting another Obliterator. I want to just pick up this extra starship before I do anything stupid though. Intense cultivation is actually not that bad because, again, this amazing super biofuel factory is something I want. And we probably want to pick up this bonus K gain and the system's influence. Or, no, this one is the one I wanted. The minus ship cost undevoted. That's pretty good. It's not amazing, but it is good. Now, these strike multipliers are sort of neat. I guess I just sort of want this. Oh yeah, I want the system shield, yeah. I just remember certain upgrades being good, but I'm not always sure why. So bear with me as I kind of piece it together. And our extra law slots, not bad. Obelisk for space time, bonus movement on civilian ships. These are all nice things, but what I really want to get at is the super biographer factory. So we can turn all our excess food into excess industry. And it's basically going to give us like another 50% industry. And that's just really going to help us out a lot. I'm just going to do a diligence ritual here. Sacrificing a population for extra dust production is something we're sort of into at this point because we have so much population. Sort of self-explanatory. Alright, let's see what we can give Jennifer to make her a better fleet commander. Hull penetration or damage? I think we're going to go with hull penetration. I think we're using mostly ballistics as far as I remember. Or at least. Fuel my manpower, count my command points, check the size of my fleets. I really like the surf ones. They're funny guys and girls. Minus 10% of hero. I think at this point we're kind of benefiting enough from this that it's worth picking up. It's really not the best, I mean, but it's something you end up getting on almost every governor, I think. It just takes a while before I'm really any amount of excited to do that. Minus this, or I'm definitely ignoring you. Just look at the bonuses. Who cares about morality? Okay, here we need to get there and intercept this giant behemoth. That's just a military behemoth. It should be fine. Okay, let's just confirm that we're ignoring these people. What are they even talking about? Some sort of bureaucratic nightmare, blah 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 blah. I would make such a good burger. The Hissho are leaving. Must be hectic. Oh no, this is an outpost. This outpost is terrible. Can I just destroy it? Decolonize. Something everyone should do with their universities, but something you should really do with space colonies in this game. In this case, I just picked it up to complete a quest, and now that I've completed that section of the quest, I'm getting rid of it. Now, eco-habitats is something we might want, but I guess we want extra food in the system to make it grow first. Let it grow. Now we go back to Centaurus. What do we want to do here? I guess just colonize these planets? I'm not even sure. Probably just pick up Predictive. Placidus, we're getting the F Reality Institute, the aptly named wonderful upgrade, and we're going to get Arbiter of Sanctuary. As I mentioned before, I was planning before I realized they needed antimatter for behemoths. We really do want to increase our transvine production. Now, do I feel confident enough in our transvine to make it one of our resources here? I'm not sure yet. So we're really not getting much out of this place. We have something here. Now on Sable we could pick up another. Have we picked up? No, we haven't. So to connect our empires, we're going to have to connect our trade routes. We're going to have to just place our fleets over here, cut out these interferences. Put a falcon there, put a siege ship there, put our other falcons there. Falcon is a pretty cool name. Not something I came up with on my own. I mean, honestly, if you don't prefer the budgie class, I mean, what is wrong with you? These ships are too slow, I'm just going to leave them here. I could send the siege ships over. That's probably a good idea. I could sell them, but I'm not suffering economically, so I could have actually left the siege ships there. And we get back to mining adamantium, which is great. Wonderful, wonderful. So next turn we're going to just skip over there. Just going to make sure that I have behemoths. I don't have behemoths, which require this. Okay, when is this coming off? 2 turns, supposedly. Because it's, I don't want to say bugged, because it's slightly strange, it might not actually happen at that point. Okay, let's just go around. I mean, we don't actually have to know about other planets that much than other empires do. Or as much as other empires do, precisely because we only take planets, we do not guard them all, so whatever, I don't know. So we really do want Orichalcix. We can't really get it without making a behemoth and just planting it on that neutron star. In case you want to know what I'm talking about. This, let me just click through everything. There, thanks coverage. This advanced analyzer node is really good on neutron stars. Something we really want to pick up. And when we put it on a behemoth, we can use it to get the rare resources which we're missing. Mostly Orichalcix and Quadrantix. Something I enjoy doing. Also, it lets us get these missiles way faster. And obliterating systems is a joy, and we want to do it more often. Once we get around to obliterating systems, we probably want to pick up one of these. Bonus speed is probably going to be better than time reduced before we can fire a new obliterator shot. Probably. Now, once we picked up these 2 upgrades, we're just going to pick up Biofuel Factory. It's just going to give us enough industry on our main planet that's something we're really interested in. Now, the way obliterators work, you either pay for the missile using these super rare resources, or just wait a bunch of turns. The firing time is restricted, that's why we're just picking it up sooner rather than later. And it looks like we still have a lot of dust reduction, so we could just pick up another behemoth. Let's just change the scientific behemoth. Once we get... Actually, let's just get the analyzer nodes first. We can always edit it. Is this a unique system upgrade? No, it isn't. I spent all that time choosing whether to get it or not, etc. But it turns out we can just pick it up. And we've decolonized this planet, and we're just going to get rid of that because colonization is terrible for this faction. Pick up another skill on this hero. Again, I'm micromanaging this less than I could be. Let's just make sure that all of our systems are doing something productive every single turn. I don't even... For some reason, it recommends solar security, probably on each system, even if you don't have one of these trading things, but... Or at least I think it does. I'm not sure what other benefits solar security has. Okay, we cycle once again. Excitingly enough. Through our behemoths. And here we're going to make our stand. We're going to capture the ship and complete our faction quest. Alright. Can actually just sell this, it's done what it can for us. Here we're just going to set them on snooze so that we can cycle through everything faster. Okay, here we're going to merge these ships. We can just send this fleet down here. Okay, we want to make a new trading company location somewhere. If we make it on Sable, once again, it'll be easy for us to make longer trade routes. The question is, do we want to wait? For instance, if we could get all the way down to Dorado, actually we can just make one on ours, and that seems like a good compromise. Because the further away a trade company is, wait, where is it? The further away a trade company is, the better. Yeah, that's interesting. It says we have a new one, but I can't find it. Are we building it somewhere else? Weird. I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe I was building it somewhere else and I forgot about it. I hope I'm not there. Okay, we're just going to guard here with this fleet. And next turn we have the showdown with this behemoth. And this is the reformists trying to combat our character and her attempts to... Wait, no. Something important is about to happen. Thank you. No. Don't bother me. No, don't bother me. Stop bothering me, everyone. Alright. I'm completing this quest. Oh, that's nice. These are the cooperative quests. They're sort of like fire leaders, defend leaders. How's our law keep even doing? It's not actually that bad. Yeah, let's fire some people. We were caught in the act and cheated. Now, what do we want on this new? Probably dust. Alright, that's all fine and well. Now it's time for us to fight. Now, what is this behemoth good at? It's good at murdering us with kinetics of some sort. We could go for increased plating, but I suspect it's just better to use the team bonus considering you have three fleets. And because this is a story-wise important battle, I want to watch it. I mean, there's not much to do. Whoa! I didn't notice that. They have these sort of cool rings for the hyperspace teleportation things. Generally, the battles are pretty to look at, but there's not much to do or contribute once you've chosen your initial strategy. I still wish they were a bit more complicated, but also maybe... I mean, balance-wise, I think they're fine. It would be nice if lower tech tiers were not so thoroughly smashed. Good thing we're using lasers, because... Well, never mind, that was quick. Well, I guess that gives you an indication of how powerful this set of fleets is. And the K is also quite nice. We got Behemoth Overdrive, which is a berserker strategy for behemoths. Okay. So this quest actually conveniently wants us to pick up 2 Obliterators. And we're questioning what do we do when we can't be a warrior anymore. And the questions need to be put aside to continue as a legendary warrior. So once we finish this, we get bonus damage on fleets if devoted. Yo, that is incredible. I need to remember how I got to this point in the story, because it seems like this is the easiest option. Firstly, having 2 Obliterators is good. Obliterators is things we want anyway in the endgame. And then this targeting system seems completely insane. So that's nice. We're going to pull our budgies, the fiercest warbirds of all, down here so we can attack the homeworld. And we have this Obliterator, and here we have a scientific behemoth. And now on this behemoth, we're going to do the trick, or the tactic I mentioned, which is having a lot of these. Once we do have a lot of these, we can apply this design, fly this behemoth over there, and once it's there, we're going to get a lot of orichalcics and quadronics. I'm not sure if we can afford an extra behemoth at this rate. The question really is, how crippling is it going to be to our dust income to have behemoths? So the behemoths basically take a huge chunk out of your Empire dust income, which is not the worst thing ever, but it can be really annoying if you don't watch out for it. Wait, which behemoth is this? Yeah, that's good. We go back to our antimatter production. Excellent. And now that we have more antimatter, we want to get F Reality Institute on more planets, systems, whatever. Whoa, look at how much income we have there on our main system. Stupendous. I don't know, whatever word you want for. That's a ton. Just the first thing that came to mind. Let's just pick that up. Oh, here we can get a trade company. That's weird. Was I just overlooking that last time? but we can't get the trade company here. It's very strange. I'm not sure why that is. I guess we'll just pick one up here. Maybe it's something obvious I'm overlooking. Weird. Couldn't find it. It's between the Falcon and the Siege over here. Nope, it's not here. That's very weird. I'm not actually sure what rules trade systems follow. I mean, why are we barred from getting a trade system there? Doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, we're defending here, we have a grip here. Question is, I guess we'll just go here with our fleets, and once we're in position, we'll just declare war. And then hopefully everyone will stop thinking of me as a coward. Obliterator is ticking down very nicely. This is sort of an early time to have Obliterators up. By turn 100 we're getting our first free shot, and if we can pick up Orichalcix before then, that's going to be a whole lot shorter.
Tell us what you
Always nice that the Cravers get embarrassed when they start losing wars. Hull plating penetration. It probably would be better to go for this actually, since we have split damage on our fleet. Never bad to pick up this upgrade though. Now we're gonna send it this way. Oh, did that cost them too many movement points? Maybe. We're just gonna... can't actually close our fleets together. And this seems like it's a good place to stop. So what have we done this episode? We've basically built the Obliterator, and that's our greatest achievement so far. This is just going to sit on our system every 20 turns or less once we get this rolling, which we have set ourselves up to do. We're going to be firing a missile at the strongest opponent in the game, which is probably Slayer AI. To do that, we're going to have to negotiate a couple of treaties so we can see that AI. They have shields, but even if you fire it at a shielded system, you're still going to do quite a lot of damage. You need double shield to completely negate. You need a shield and a citadel to completely negate a shot. And then you need, if you have a single shield, it will still take out half the population and a lot of improvements. So really, the Obliterator is doing good work either way. We've also built a really powerful fleet of budgies, which I hope all of you can appreciate as majestic and dangerous. And really, we've set ourselves up pretty well for the end game now in terms of the other path of our strategy. So the main strategy is, of course, setting up a powerful economic base through military expansion. But now the strategy is riding that economic base to a victory, while at the same time disrupting our opponents. And that disruption will come in the next episode. And tune in next time to observe the end of this faction quest, when we pick up this amazing upgrade. Then look forward towards a lot of Obliterator shots being fired in our next episode. So I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. I certainly did both. And join me next time to watch some hellfire rain upon the Cravers, probably.